Hey, we'll get started here in just a minute. Hey, Noah, how you doing? Then we got a few more people that's going to be joining here any moment. I'm good, Noah. How's your week been going? What all did you watch? I ended up watching Knives Out last Saturday, I believe, or maybe Sunday. Really enjoyed it. Knives Out, I think, is the only one that I watched. I'm going to try to watch a couple tomorrow. Hey, Richard. So, what Netflix originals did you watch? I I've been watching a few things on Netflix, but for whatever reason I can't think of them. I finished Ozark season 3 last week and watched a few episodes of what was it I watched? Oh, I watched I think it's called 100 Humans. It was kind of stupid, and I watched something else. I can't remember what it was. Yeah, I have not seen any of those. Now, is the Willoughbys, is that an animated show? What you been up to, Richard? Extraction and the Main Event. I don't know that I've heard of those. Extraction. I'll have to put that on my to watch list. Extraction, because I do need something else to watch. Yeah, I thought I saw the Willoughbys trailer. It looked really good. Hey, Tony. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to put Extraction on my list at the very top. What you up to, UCE Supreme? So 82 minutes. That's doable. Okay, Extraction. Definitely check that one out. Y'all been doing a bunch of y'all buying a bunch of stuff this week. Y'all pick up Bad Boys for Life. I actually need to check those. I need to check that out this weekend. I did get a new Steelbook. I got this Angel Heart from the UK. Really nice looking 4K Steelbook. Happy to have that one. And then I finally picked up Underwater and picked up The Gentleman. I could not find the 4K release in the store. I really wanted the 4K, but I picked this one up. So I need to check those out. I haven't bought anything in a while either as far as in store, but I had to actually get out and go to work on Tuesday and today, so I actually stopped by Walmart and ran back and grabbed a couple of movies that I've been wanting to pick up. I'm definitely going to get the Birds of Prey Steelbook from Best Buy. I've got it pre-ordered. Just hopefully it won't arrive damaged. Am I ever hounded for digital codes? Yes, all the time. Hey, David. Eat all you need to eat. So the reason I use the streaming services, Silvershine, is because of I do like original content, but it is a shame that I don't watch more of the movies from my collection. But I like to watch some of the original Netflix content. Man, I really can't wait to get back into Best Buy, get my hands on those Steelbooks, and I've I've had to send back so many recently just because of the little dings and dents in them. I know a lot of people got a bunch of those Disney Steelbooks when they were on sale last week, but man, that would have drove me crazy if I would have got those in and not been able to inspect them before purchasing. Yeah, like I said, I did watch Knives Out last week. I really enjoyed that one, and I do have my list of other movies to watch. So I'm going to try to at least watch two more tomorrow. So what recommendations what would y'all recommend for me to pull out of my collection and watch as far as tomorrow? What would be your number one selection for me? Yeah, spine slashes. Okay, so let me tell you about the spine slashes. I picked up my pre-order on Tuesday for Bad Boys for Life, and they had the little Best Buy curbside pickup label on the spine. And so the guy left, and I undid the label, and as soon as I undid the label, I saw a spine slash, which was very annoying. So I got on my phone and I ordered me another one because they were selling out around my area. So I ordered another one about 15 miles away, picked it up, and luckily it was in good condition except for the J card was bent at the top, but I can live with the J card being bent. I could not live with that spine slash. So now I got an extra Steelbook with the spine slash that I end up having to send back, or I may just try to sell it on eBay if anybody's interested in one with a spine slash. Footlight Parade. I do not own Footlight Parade. Tony, I definitely go to the theaters when the theaters were open. I prefer watching my movies in the theater. And then if I enjoy the movie, then I buy it on Blu-ray when it comes out, Blu-ray or 4K. Yeah, I have the Fanatic, Noah. I've got the Fanatic. I've never watched it. I've heard a lot of people say that it wasn't any good, but if you recommend it, I'll definitely try watching it. So I did set up some more shelving. There's some shelves right back there that I built. They're the exact same kind as these, but these are two shelves put together, and then I added the shelf right there last Saturday. It came in, and I put it together. I would love to have 2 more to go back here on this back wall. Um, on this on this back wall here are all my most of my steel books. And as you can see, the shelves are real deep, so it has a big gap in between. But if I was to order 2 more of these, all those steel books that I have on that shelf on those shelves right there will not fit on 2 of these. There'll be an overlap. So I'm trying to figure out what I want to do about that. So what causes spine slash? When they're opening up the boxes of steel books, when they open it up with a box cutter, they're going too deep and they're just going right across the spines of all the steel books in the box. You see, Supreme, this is my house right here. This is my space. I don't have any of this kind of stuff upstairs. So, I wished I had more space, or maybe I just need to whittle the collection down a little bit. So as far as watching the movies in theater, I do enjoy the theater experience much better than watching movies at home, just because it's got my undivided attention. Um, I'm there. It's I paid money to go see a movie. I'm not gonna get up and walk out. So I do like going to the theater much more than I than I like watching it at home. So these shelves here in the back, they're just deep shelves, and I don't do too deep just because it would be a mess. It's already hard enough to. I got them double stacked. As you can see, there's 2 stacks on one shelf all the way down. If I had them too deep, then I would have to remove the first row. Anyway, it would be too much. But these right here, if I could have everything on shelves like this, then it would be perfect. But there's too many steel books back there. It won't fit on those kind of shelves. Now, so I am in Georgia, and as of today, they've allowed some different businesses to open up. From what I understand, I think some theaters are allowed to open up on Monday, but I don't think any of our theaters are going to open up. It's just still too early. Vincent, I only collect DVDs if they're not available on Blu-ray, and I really like the movie. I've got a few DVDs, very few DVDs in the collection, other than my Disney DVDs in the back. There's quite a bit of Disney DVDs because they're not available on Blu-ray, or they've got more special features on the DVDs. So I may have the DVD and also the Blu-ray because the DVD special features didn't get ported over to the Blu-ray when it got released. Yeah, UC Supreme. You know me, I probably won't ever whittle down the collection, but it is kind of aggravating not having the shelves the way I want them. So as far as me knowing what every movie that's in my physical media collection, I pretty much know if I have it or not, but I do have a catalog that I keep everything in that helps me know what I've got. And I carry it on my phone. So whenever I go into the store and I'm shopping for Blu-rays or whatever, I'll look it up on my phone to see if I have it in the collection so that I don't buy it by mistake. But there have been times where I bought something by mistake. So there are some movies I've got 2 or 3 extra copies of that I don't need. So Mary Lou, yeah, those Disney VHS tapes are really nice. I've got quite a bit of them in my collection also. Fantasy Island. So yeah, that movie just did not look good, and I do not plan on purchasing Fantasy Island. Not every old TV show needs to be made into a movie. Yeah, so Andrew, the Disney Movie Club, 60% off is a really good deal. But you know, they redid their website and they've been having issues with the website. I can't even get logged into the website. I called them today to figure out what was going on with my account, and they said that they're having a lot of issues with some people not being able to get into the website. Yeah, Anthony, everything's going well here. Hopefully, you're doing well also. So 16 candles, 20 times by mistake? Nope. But I did think I came across another copy of 16 candles this week in my collection that I was not aware of. I forgot where it was, but yeah, I think I got an extra copy of 16 candles in my collection. The Turning. I've never seen The Turning. And Black Christmas, yeah, so I heard Black Christmas was pretty bad also. So Anthony, I placed a big order on Disney Movie Club on Tuesday, and I got notification on Wednesday that the order was accepted. And then I tried to log into the account just to look at everything, and it wouldn't let me log in. So I'm still hoping that I'm still hoping that my order went through. So, Vincent, I picked up the Gentleman Blu-ray release. I did want to get the 4K release, but I can't find it anywhere. And I know I can get it off of Amazon, but the price, I don't know. I may get it on 4K, or I may just stick with the Blu-ray. And as far as Best Buy opening up in the next month, I think Best Buy is going to probably continue doing what they're doing right now, which is curbside pickup, that they're going to open up their stores anytime soon. So Adrian, as far as my Disney movie reward codes, I do enter in all my codes. As you can see back here on this wall, I use my codes, my points to buy all these posters. So all the Disney movie reward points that I collected, I spent on those posters. Plus, I also spend them on Disney gift cards, because we do go to Disney World every year, and then I usually save the points up and purchase the Disney gift cards. So I have not watched Fist or Falcon and the Snowman yet, but I do look forward to checking those out. JS, so you're having a hard time finding anything to get on the Kino sale. So if you spend $50, so here's my Kino collection. These are some of my suggestions. If you want to spend some money, there's quite a bit of them in here. I've seen Summer of Sam. I would recommend you getting that one if you're interested. Summer of Sam. Definitely want to get River's Edge. This right here has Keanu Reeves in it. It's a really good movie. It's really dark. It's a good movie. Anyway, there's quite a bit. Just keep on checking the Kino website. You'll find something. You know, you don't have to buy all the sale items that are on there. There's some really good titles that you can help boost your dollar amount with. So what movie do I have the most copies of? Some people think it's 16 Candles, but probably some of the Batman movies. I don't know. I've got so many copies of so many different movies. Just because of the variant slipcovers, a majority of my collection is pretty much just copy after copy after copy of the same movies, especially the Disney movies, just because of the different slipcovers. Yeah, JS, as far as getting the out of print titles, it's probably going to be the best bet. Is anything that you're interested in, go ahead and go after those out of print titles. Vincent, I do buy slipcovers on eBay if I'm really looking for some to add to my collection. I'll definitely spend money on slipcovers on eBay. Now, as far as Best Buy being essential, I know that you can order your appliances online and they'll deliver it to your car or your truck or whatever. So I still don't think that Best Buy is going to be opening up their stores anytime soon. Did I pick up Windwalker Blu-ray on eBay? I did not. So currently I have 9,400 titles in my collection. So 9,400. That's DVDs and Blu-rays and TV shows. So the ones you have so far amount to about 35 bucks. Freeway, Grizzly, 52 Pickup, and House on Sorority Road. And those are all going to be the ones that go out of print. So Windwalker Blu-ray on eBay. Let me see. Windwalker. Is Windwalker even on Blu-ray? Windwalker. I don't see any kind of Blu-ray with Windwalker in the title. Now, as soon as I bought as soon as I brought home Bad Boys for Life, I did put the digital code on Blu-ray.com and got 12 bucks really quick. So usually if it's a new release, I can get some money for those digital codes, which kind of helps. Yeah, Mary Lou, it's pretty much a video store. Oh, Windwalker is MVD. So I got, let's see, Windwalker. Trying to remember where I've got my MVD videos at. I think they're right up top. Yeah, they're done by numbers. You talking about Wind Rider? Wind Rider. So Vincent, I already picked up I've already got the Incredible Hulk 4K Steelbook. Let me go grab it off the shelf real quick. I'll show you what it looks like. That took a while. Everything's kind of out of whack. So I got the Incredible Hulk box set. It's got Hulk and it's got Incredible Hulk in it. But I haven't done the unboxing yet. Maybe I'll do the unboxing tomorrow. Um, but yeah, I ended up picking that up. I had it pre-ordered. It's still available on the Zappy website if anybody's interested in getting it. I'm sure I'm sure Cinema Sickness probably has a well, I don't know what he has as far as his collection. So anyway, Wind Rider is the MVD title that maybe I think you might be talking about, and I got that from their website. So you need a nice edition of the Dark Knight. I've got some different issues of the Dark Knight. I've got whatever got released. I got I got a DVD set, and I got the Steelbooks. Do I have the Dark Knight with Joker on the slipcover? The Dark Knight with Joker on the slipcover. I don't know. So right now I've got my Dark Knight. I've got I've got the Steelbooks out, and I've got this DVD Target exclusive out, which looks like garbage. And the slipcovers I've actually got boxed away. I don't have the slipcovers available right now. I don't know that I've got one with the Joker though. So that's the edition of the movie that you've been looking for, Dark Knight. Not this though, right? Have you been looking for this or something else? UC Supreme. Yeah, I never got the nice white steelbooks for the Dark Knight trilogy. I did have some of the. I had Inception. I had. I can't even remember all the titles. I had The Last Samurai. I had a bunch in that collection, but I ended up selling them because I never could complete the collection. I wish I would have held on to those steelbooks though. So UC Supreme, you say you've got all of those in your collection? Yeah, they got all kinds of nice ones. I have not seen Bad Boys for Life yet, Andrew. I did buy the 3-movie collection. I actually need to watch all 3 of the movies back to back, probably. Hey, Tommy Star. So UC Supreme, that's a pretty good deal. $120 for those 3 steelbooks is probably a really good deal. Yeah, I've been a little busy spending my money on eBay this week. I've got a lot of things coming in that I'm looking forward to showing off. So Noah, I'm not a big NFL person, so I did not watch any of the draft. I don't really watch very many sports. My wife and my oldest son, they like baseball and they like football. They're big Atlanta Braves fans, and I guess they like the Falcons too. Batman Begins with a slipcover. I don't know. No, I think it just had. I think it just had like a box set. Batman Begins. So as far as Batman Begins, I believe I got this for Batman Begins. Of course, it's just a DVD, which is fine. So I got these 2, but of course I got all the steel books for all the Batman Begins and the Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises. Yeah, my oldest son likes wrestling also. Um, of course, currently when they're watching wrestling, there's no audience. It's just them because of the virus going around. So I asked him how he could watch wrestling when there wasn't no crowd, but they seem to watch it anyways. So I have used Mercari before. I've got it downloaded, but I've never sold anything on it. It might come in handy if I decide to do that. Hey, Tom Cruise. So Tom Cruise has given us some suggestions for the Kino sale, Miracle Beach and Camp Nowhere. So I may have to place me another Kino order. So I did get my Kino order in 2 days ago, which maybe y'all saw the video. I just picked up a couple of 3D releases, nothing really special, because I did do a big Kino order the month before last. See you later, Tom. So as far as a movie, leaving the movie during at the theater, I have walked out of one movie before, and I cannot remember for the life of me what movie that was. I almost walked out of a Disney movie a couple of years ago, the one that had Oprah in it. What was that thing called? Anyways, it was not a very good movie, and I can't believe that I sat through the whole thing. But I do have a 3D TV, Radford. I've got a 3D TV. I've had it for about 8 to 10 years now. Sausage Party. I've never seen Sausage Party. A Wrinkle in Time. Yeah, that movie was terrible to me. I don't know what I was thinking when I went and saw it. It was really terrible. Of course, I bought the Target book edition and I bought the Steelbook from Best Buy for some stupid reason, but it was an awful movie. Mary Lou, that is not the real Tom Cruise. The Tom, the real Tom Cruise would never give me the time of day. So you walked out of Blade Runner 2049 twice? Man, that movie was I enjoy that movie. Radford, I don't know why they quit making the 3D TVs. I hope my 3D TV holds up because I've got a lot of 3D titles in my collection. I do still have those wrinkled in time editions right back there on that shelf. So you like Matilda? Do you know I don't even have Matilda in my collection? So UCE Supreme, you did not like Blade Runner? You fell asleep in both of them? I really enjoyed Blade Runner. Yes, he is the imaginary Tom Cruise. Um, Me and Tom Cruise, the imaginary Tom Cruise, go way back. Definitely give both Blade Runners another chance. I really enjoyed it. Now, what I do is usually if there's a sequel, I'll watch the original before I go to the theater and watch the sequel. I'll watch the original the day before, and then I go watch the sequel. And to me, that's a better movie experience, just because it's all on, fresh on your mind. I did the same thing with. I watched The Shining before I went to see Doctor Sleep. I watched Blade Runner before I watched Blade Runner 2049. So anything that has a direct sequel, I go ahead and watch the original first. Yeah, that new Grudge movie, I don't know. I wasn't really a big fan of the original Grudge movie. So yeah, the Blade Runner movies to me, I really enjoy them. I've got them right here. So I got the Blade Runner. Of course, I got Steelbooks too. But yeah, to me it was a good continuation. Now, as far as the 1990 Stephen King It movie, I watched it also before I went to see the remake and the original movie. I remember really enjoying it when I watched it on TV when it was first released, because back when it first got released, I watched it as a miniseries. But rewatching it, the first part was pretty good. The second part was not as good. So I do not keep my steelbooks and my slipcovers in shiny bags because I like shiny things. I keep them in there to keep them as new as possible. And as far as my steelbooks, I keep them in the bags just because when they're sitting on the shelf up against each other rubbing, it's going to damage the steelbook. So at least I have that protected bag to keep it from getting scratched up. I enjoy so as far as my releases, I do like box sets, but a lot of times I'll buy a box set, but I will also buy the individual films outside the box set, such as Jurassic Park, just because I'm a big fan of the slipcovers. Yes, that's the best way to do it, UCE Supreme. So UCE Supreme, are you not collecting Funko Pops anymore? Because I'm not collecting Funko Pops anymore either. That was probably the biggest waste of money for me is those Funko Pops. I'll never get rid of all of them. Of course, here I am saying waste of money, and then you see all this stuff on the shelves. Yeah. Were you able to get rid of all your Funko Pops? I've never ever had a steelbook that rusted. Never. And as far so UC Supreme, we need to talk because I would love to get rid of mine. I've got back there, but in that behind that door right there, I've got probably 60 plastic totes full of Funko Pops. Unfortunately, so currently my collection. Um, Let me see how much it's worth. Last time I checked, it was worth $25,702. So $25,702, and I have 1,798 Funko Pops in the collection, plus some Dorbs. And JS, as far as collecting the Funko Pops, that was what my problem was. I thought if I started out just buying what I thought looked good, and then I thought, nope, I got to have the rest of them. And so if there was a set, I would just buy all of them, which was the biggest waste of my money. And like you see here, I've got these Dorbs on the shelf just because they fit perfectly on these shelves. Typically, though, I'd be happy to get rid of everything I've got. Okay, yeah, definitely message me. So, what are some of y'all's favorite box sets that you have in your collection? I've got some good box sets. Um, especially the Criterion box sets are really nice. And of course, the Arrow releases that they've got are some really nice box sets. Um, I've got quite a bit of Shout Factory box sets, Critters collection. Definitely one of my favorite box sets is the Halloween box set. This right here, I think this right here is out of print. So I got this one. But like I said, so with the box sets, I also get the regular releases because I got a poster for each of these, and then got these really nice slip covers. So I definitely didn't want to pass up on those. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, that it went out of print. Let me go grab one more thing. And then I got this nice tin, Friday the 13th. This right here goes for a lot of money. It's out of print. The only thing I don't like about this particular tin is that there's nothing on the spine. So when you got it sitting, when you're setting it on the shelf, it doesn't show anything. Now it looks like there's some scratches on there, but that's just the plastic wrap. So I do like a nice box set. Okay, I'll check that out. You see. Now, so a lot of you in the chat room, I do talk with y'all on Instagram and different places. So just like with Tom Cruise, I don't call him by his name. Do any of y'all care if I call you by your name, or do you rather me call you by your screen name? So Tony, so you don't buy multiple copies any longer? I do not open, Radford, I do not open up all my new releases. I only open up, okay, so the whole deal with me keeping a lot of my stuff sealed, I only open up my new releases if it's something I haven't seen. I only open up my Steelbooks because I do the unboxing videos for those. But if I open up the Steelbook, then I don't open up just the regular release, just because I like to keep my stuff sealed up until I'm going to actually need to watch it. The reason why I do that is because a lot of times I'll have 90 days to get price adjustments on these items. And, usually if you buy a new release, within 2 weeks, they've got it on sale. So I usually do my price adjustments for those. So Neeland, I've seen every episode of The Walking Dead. It was one of my favorite shows. I still watch it. I haven't missed a single episode of The Walking Dead or Fear the Walking Dead. It's just not as good as it used to be, but I still enjoy watching it. Yes, I've got the Agents of Shields. I got the Blu-rays and I've got the Steelbooks. If you would like me to show you what those look like, I've got them back here on the shelf. I can pull them right out and show you what those Blu-rays and Steelbooks look like. Okay, Tony, I'll call you by your real name. They're not okay. As far as the Blu-rays and stuff being sealed, they're not worth more being, well, I guess they're worth more being sealed, just because if you decide to sell them on eBay, if I go to eBay and I'm going to be purchasing a Blu-ray or a DVD, I will definitely check out the brand new factory sealed ones first, because a lot of times if you buy ones that have been opened up, or if they're like new, then something's missing from it, or the discs are scuffed up. So I do like to keep mine sealed, just because as a collector, it being sealed seems to be more collectible. I do collect TV series. I've got a bunch of TV series on DVD and on Blu-ray. All my TV series on DVD are in the room through those two doors right here. There's another room in those two doors that's exactly like this room, except it's got my TV, my couch, my love seat. And it's got all my TV shows on DVD. And then back on that shelf back here are all my TV shows on Blu-ray. Yeah, that Halloween box set and the Friday the 13th set are through the roof. But I would not sell those for anything. I love those movies, and I would never sell those sets. You know good and well that they're going to release those eventually, probably on 4K. So there's no sense in people spending a fortune on trying to get those things. Now, Radford, as far as the steelbooks, I do open up most of my steelbooks. I do unboxing videos for those. Um, and I definitely want to know if there's any damage to the steelbook. Yeah, Tony, I I go by Tony also. My name is Anthony, but I go by Tony. So the SpongeBob movie, are you talking about? I got this in the mail to review. This came from Paramount. Yeah, Paramount sent me this to review. I haven't opened it up yet. But as far as the SpongeBob movies, I've got a couple of SpongeBob movies. I guess there were two movies that were released, which I got them on the shelf over here. Were there two SpongeBob movies? I say I've got the SpongeBob movie, but it's not on the shelf. I'm not sure where it's at. Okay, so as far as getting these review copies, um, believe me, it took me forever to get on a list. Sometimes I get movies, sometimes I don't, but usually I get this kind of stuff. I don't ever get anything really good to review. I think the only good things I've gotten recently are I got Uncut Gems to review. That's probably the only good one I've gotten to review. I wished I could get some really good review copies, but it's 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 hard to get on their list apparently. So yeah, two SpongeBob movies. I know good and well I've got the SpongeBob movies. I just don't know. I don't know where it would be at because I think I got the Target exclusive. I think one of them came with sunglasses or something. I can't remember what it was. Now, as far as The Walking Dead's concerned, they do film right here where I live in the Atlanta area. But I've never actually gone to see them do any of the filming. My brother's been a couple of times to go watch. He went during the time when the governor was still on the show. Now, that is a good idea, JS. So JS, I was thinking, so I built these shelves back here. If I take the posters down, then I can just kind of build the shelves all the way up to the ceiling, which is probably what I'm going to end up having to do. But for now, I really like the way that the posters look. Because if I built the shelves up and didn't have the posters, then that's all you would see is pretty much just what you're seeing, wall to wall movies, which isn't so bad. So we had tornadoes. So we had tornadoes this week, and we had tornadoes the week before last. We were without power for 18 hours last Monday, and then right before you get to our neighborhood, the tornadoes went through and tore down a bunch of trees. So we had trees across the road. It was just a big mess. But fortunately, nothing happened at my house. Yep. So I'm not too far. I'm about an hour away from Chattanooga. That's where I live. I live in North Georgia. So it's Raptor Rams. Yeah, as far as steelbooks, I've been trying my very best not to. Well, usually I like to go into the stores and eyeball the steelbooks to make sure there's no damage to it. Usually if I see something that has a ding in it or a spine slash, I'll make a big deal about it. And the people at Best Buy, because usually that's where I get my steelbooks is Best Buy. Usually they have no idea why I'm so upset about my steelbooks being damaged, but for collectors, that is a big deal. Now, something that took me forever to get a good copy of is this right here. These when Best Buy does these kind of releases, it's hard to ever find a perfect one. I actually bought 4 of these, I believe, and these things were really expensive, but I finally think I found one that isn't damaged. As you can see, it's still sealed up. I sold the other ones on eBay. I actually was able to take one back to Best Buy. So that was that. Now the Avengers, this Avenger ones I got, was perfect. Very first time I got it and opened it up, it was perfect. All the steelbooks in it were perfect. Let me see. I don't know if y'all ever saw these, but nothing really special about them. But I had to have them. So, anyways, I'm not going to bore you with that. And the thing about it is, they did a Harry Potter set like this, which I never bought because I never once found a set of Harry Potter steelbooks that weren't damaged. But, anyways, now I have to get all this back in. So yeah, that first Omen Blu-ray set, I actually sold mine. Actually, did I? I want to get the Shout Factory release of the Omen collection. But I think I had the original Omen set, but I think I sold it. I think I sold it thinking that I was going to be able to get that one from the from Shout Factory. The Dark Knight set is not like that. Horror movies, I've got a lot. So I'm just going to pan over here. If you look at those shelves right up there at the top, those are all Scream Factory, Shout Factory releases. Those 2 rows right there, plus the top corner. I got a couple of hundred of those horror movies. Well, I won't get them out, but anyways, I got a lot of them. Yeah, Tony, I've got the individual steelbook releases for the Avengers too, but I like all of them having the Avengers logo on the front of them, which is nice. The resale value, Radford, is not so great. It's hard to sell anything on eBay right now. I've got a bunch of Disney stuff that's never been opened, and people won't even buy it. My favorite MCU film, I really enjoyed the original Iron Man movie. Actually, I enjoy all of the MCU films. I really enjoyed Thor Ragnarok. I just thought it was different. I enjoyed the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie. I like all of the Avengers MCU movies. So that $89 and $99 for that set is pretty good, Tony. So the Dark Knight, I'm trying to think if the Dark Knight ever had the Dark Knight never really had a big steelbook release as far as a set, but it would be nice. I did get um, all of the Dark Knight trilogy on 4K with slipcover, which was nice. So, Neeland, I am excited to see how that Batman turns out. Um, so, what did y'all think about the Joker movie? What did y'all? I actually watched the Joker movie. I didn't get to see that one in the theater. I saw it on Blu-ray. I mean, I saw it. Yeah, I saw it on Blu-ray. Um, it was very different. So I'm kind of thinking that the Robert Pattinson Batman may be different like that too. So Anthony, as far as the Disney stuff, so as far as Disney Blu-rays and DVDs, if you want to make sure that they are genuine, every single Disney Blu-ray or DVD, if you're interested, I've got some Disney Blu-rays for sale, but yeah, just make sure that they're factory sealed. You can tell most of the time. You can tell if it's factory sealed by the way the shrink wrap looks, and usually there is a blue stamp on it. I don't know if you can. It's hard to see. I can barely see, anyways. But anyways, if they have the barcode label sticker on there, that's usually genuine. But some of them actually have a marking on there which will show you if it's a Buena Vista logo stamp on it. So Mary Lou, did you watch all of the Twilight movies? I never actually seen the Twilight movies. So Radford, I actually bought all those steel books. I always buy the Best Buy steel books on release day, just because I do the unboxing videos. Plus, I'm always afraid that they're going to go out of set. They're going to sell out. Just like the one for Knives Out sold out pretty quickly, and the one for 1917 sold out really quickly. I usually buy them on release day just so that I don't miss out on them. But whoever got those last week got a really good deal. That's for sure. Hey, Kenneth. So, do I have pieces from Grindhouse release? Do you have pieces from Grindhouse releasing? I found a good price for it. Pieces, Grindhouse. I do not have that. I don't believe. The only Grindhouse thing I've got are is it Death Proof, and the other one. I can't remember what it's called all of a sudden. But pieces, I do not have that. Pieces. I need to check out what that's about. But you say it's from Grindhouse? Yes, I have Planet Terror and I've got Death Proof. But I don't know about pieces. So I'm looking at Blu-ray.com for pieces, and it's $52 right now on eBay. But that is because it is a puzzle, and it's limited edition to 3,000. It comes with a Blu-ray and a CD. That looks pretty interesting. Do I rebuy steelbooks on sale? Okay, so that's a good question. When I saw that those Disney steelbooks were going to be on sale, plus the MCU steelbooks, I was very, very, very tempted to rebuy them. But I think the resale value on those are really difficult to get your money back on, so I didn't even want to mess with it. Plus, buying nowadays, where you can't actually look at the steelbook before you pick it up, I would probably have a hard time getting a good steelbook without any damage to it. So Pieces, I'm gonna have to look that one up just to see about that movie. It looks pretty interesting. Bubba the Redneck Werewolf. Bubba the Redneck Werewolf. Which reminds me of another movie I want to check out. I can't remember what it's called. Dale and something. Dale and something. I forget what it's called. Anyways, I need to check that out. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Dale. Let's see if I can look it up. Dale. Tucker and Dale versus Evil. I need to check out Tucker and Dale versus Evil. I've heard nothing but good things about that. I've got it on the Steelbook, and I think I've got the regular release. So, Nayland, I do not play any video games. It's been many, many, many years since I played video games. So, yeah, I'm sorry. I do not play video games. I used to when my kids were little. Now they play video games on the computer, whatever it is that they play, but I don't. So Noah, that sounds pretty interesting. Who did you get a review copy from? Radford Rams 4K, I think is definitely here to stay. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. Or at least I hope it doesn't, because I bought a bunch of 4K releases. So if you're currently in the chat, and if you wouldn't mind, if you're enjoying the chat, or if I'm boring you to death, give me a thumbs up. I would like to see some more thumbs up for the chats. I'm really trying my best to keep the chats going every week. I know as things start loosening up and people are going to be out and about on Fridays and Saturdays, more people will not be here for the chat rooms. But I really do appreciate y'all coming to my chats. I know that they're not the best in the world. I've been thinking of some different things that we could do during the live streams to kind of change things up. But I like just reading your comments and chatting with y'all. So how many 4K TVs do I have? I've got zero 4K TVs. I do not have a 4K player. Like I said, I've got the 3D TV upstairs, and I've got a little 32-inch TV in the room next to me. I do not have a big theater system. Eventually, I hope to get some of those things, but right now, I don't have the space for a 4K TV. The room next to me is where my regular TV is, and it's exactly the same size as this room right here. And it's not set up to where a TV would be ideal, unfortunately. Thanks, Kenneth. Friday Night SmackDown. That's probably what my son's watching. So, so what are some of the things that y'all picked up this week? Are y'all actually getting out and going into the stores? I went to, like I said, I had to go to work. So currently I'm working from home, but I had to go into work Tuesday and I had to go into work today. So on my way home from work Tuesday, I went inside a Target store and inside a Walmart, which was crazy. And then today I went inside Walmart and picked up a couple of things. So did anybody else pick up this Bad Boys for Life Blu-ray from Target? It actually comes with a poster, which is pretty cool. Plus, it does have a different slipcover. So the poster here is the same as the cover art on the slipcover, which is pretty good. Did any of y'all see Bad Boys for Life, and what did y'all think about it if you did see it? I haven't really heard much about it. So JS, you got some from so So you got Team Wolf with the slip. So are you talking about? You talking about this Team Wolf? So I got Team Wolf and I got Team Wolf 2 with the posters, which is really nice. But if you got it with a slip, that's really good. That's a good deal. Hopefully you got a good deal with it. Yeah, so as far as the Walking Dead stuff, right up here above me, I've got the Walking Dead big old sets. I've got the fish tank for the complete third season. I've got the zombie head for the second season. I've got the tree walker for the fourth season, and I've got something for the fifth season, crawling on, and something for the sixth season. So they did 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then they quit doing the nice box sets. So I don't know why they quit doing those. So I have not seen Doolittle. I am tempted to pick it up though, just to check it out. It did not do very well though in the theaters. Yeah, so Radford, eventually maybe I'll get a 4K player. I know good and well eventually I will get a 4K player and a TV. So I like to buy the 4K releases now, and especially the Steelbooks because they come with the Blu-ray. But I also like to buy the regular releases because I do want to get the slipcovers with them. I mean, stuff like Christine with the slipcover. I really do like the slipcover releases. So $17 is a pretty good deal. So Cartoon Fortress. I look forward to checking out your video. So if anybody hasn't checked out Cartoon Fortress, if anybody has not checked out Cartoon Fortress's channel, definitely check that out. He does some really in-depth reviews and unboxings of his Blu-rays and different. I guess he's got some Blu-rays and he's got some box sets. He's got a very good channel, so y'all definitely check his channel out. So as far as the Black Widow movie, it looks very interesting. I look forward to anything that they release as far as from the MCU. I don't know. I don't know exactly what's going to happen with the MCU. I know that they had a lot of stuff planned, and I'm sure it's probably still planned. I think there's some things that is going to be going on Disney Plus, which I do not have, but I'm looking forward to checking out anything that they do come up with. Noah, I will definitely check. I will definitely check that out. So you got a video up, 33-minute video up of classic movies. So anybody that hasn't checked out Noah's channel, definitely check that out. Are y'all able to link to your channel in the chats? If you can link your channel in the chat, feel free to do so. So I have not seen Underwater. I actually bought Underwater today at Walmart. So I am looking forward to checking that one out. I did hear a lot of good things about it, which was interesting. I had no idea that it was supposed to be so good. So Mary Lou, as far as Robert Downey Jr., whenever you watch him on the movies now, you always think about Iron Man, but he's got some other good movies out too. Yeah, so Noah, definitely link your channel also. Oh, you can't. So Noah, you reached your goal of 250 subscribers last month. So why can't you link your channel? Sherlock Holmes movies were excellent. I definitely enjoyed both of those. I would love to see another Sherlock Holmes movie. Those were, to me, I really enjoyed those movies. JS, that is a good idea. I think that the original MCU movies were very original and different, and they probably should just let them go like they kind of did with the Harry Potter movies. Mary Lou, I did not get to see the Invisible Man movie, but I've heard a lot of great things about it, and I am definitely going to be picking that one up when it comes out. So as far as TV shows, so I'm almost guessing that the 21 people that are in the chat had probably never seen the TV show on A&E called The Sun, but I finally finished that. It ended up, I think, 3 seasons or 4 seasons. It's called The Sun, SON, and it was really interesting. I really enjoyed the show. I finally watched the series finale today, and it actually ended back in June of 2019. So that tells you how far behind I am on some of my TV shows. Okay, Noah. I'll have to I'll see if I can get to your channel and post a link to it. Yuki, I definitely need to check that out. I've heard a lot of great things about that. I do not. Let me see. Do you know I've actually seen that one? I've actually seen that one at Best Buy, and I never did pick it up. But I'm definitely going to put that on my to buy list. If anybody has any good recommendations, you may love the movie. Some people may not like it, but anything that you recommend, I'd be very happy to check those movies out. I'd rather watch a movie that people recommend than just trying to blind buy it off the shelf. Yeah, Noah, go ahead, Noah, if you want to send that to me in my Instagram, I will definitely post a link in the chat. Yeah, Neeland, I started watching the 100. I think I watched the first 3 episodes of the first season, but for whatever reason, I quit watching it. But I've heard a lot of good things about it. I did pick up all 4 of the James Bond 4K regular releases. I did not pick up the Steelbooks. And the reason why I did that is because I was almost on the verge of buying the Steelbooks, but it kind of bothered me that the other James Bond movies were not on Steelbook, didn't have a Steelbook for. And I'm kind of kicking myself that I didn't get them because I know that they're all out of, I know that they're all sold out. But I do have all of these. So I used to have every single James Bond movie on Blu-ray individually, and then they came out with these sets, these nice little box sets of all the movies. And so I ended up buying all of these back when they were released. Some were exclusive to Target, some were exclusive to Walmart, and then some I just got off of Amazon. But anyway, I decided just to do the box sets this way, and then any of the new, so like this right here, I had the Steelbook for this one. I ended up selling it. I decided I wasn't going to do any James Bond Steelbooks, except for I do have some James Bond Steelbooks from Best Buy from a couple of years ago. Yeah, I'm kind of kicking myself that I did not get those James Bond Steelbooks. Yeah, David, you definitely need to check that out. Hey, Scott, how you doing? Yeah, Scott, you know, whenever they do these little box sets, it aggravates me to no end when they do that because the new ones don't have the same artwork or the same design. But either way, it is what it is. But I do have all of the other James Bond Steelbooks that were released from Best Buy a couple of years ago. So the Ice Harvest from Kino, Cop and Ice. I'll have to check those out. Cop and Ice. My favorite and least favorite James Bond movie. My favorite, I do enjoy the Daniel Craig James Bond movies, but I remember seeing For Your Eyes Only in the theater back when it was released many years ago. I really enjoyed For Your Eyes Only, and I enjoyed Skyfall. My least favorite is probably Thunderball. What about you, Scott? What's your favorite and least favorite? Noah, you definitely need to check out the Bond movies. So Sean Connery, what is my biggest box set? My biggest box set might be the Halloween box set. It's got the most movies in it. So yeah, as far as the Daniel Craig Steelbook release, I did sell that one. I didn't see any use in having that one without having all the other ones in a Steelbook. Fang. Casino Royale. Do you know, Scott? I haven't actually got to see that. I have not seen that one. I only recently started watching the James Bond movies. Um, Probably with Skyfall, but as far as the previous ones, I've only seen a few of those. I saw the older ones in the theater. You know, my brother last year watched all of the James Bond movies from start to finish. It took him a couple of months to watch them. I really wish I had the time to do that. GoldenEye is one of the best. That's the hard part is trying to find time to sit down and actually watch a lot of these movies. Yes, I've got the Skywalker Saga box set collection. It is actually, if you can see, right there. Do you see that? Death Star. Yeah, Scott, that's probably a really good idea. I could just open up this set and watch them all. So the last one, okay, so we had Skyfall. What was the Scott, do you remember the name of the last movie, James Bond movie that just came out a couple of years ago? Um, I can picture it in my head. I went and saw it in the theater, but all of a sudden I can't think of the name of it. I do use Letterbox. I will definitely see Casino Royale. Yeah, I just need to watch all the Daniel Craig ones. Scott, I really wish I could see 10 movies a week. I actually just watched so I watched Knives Out, on Sunday. And then I worked from home Monday through Friday, of course. And then I had to go to work Tuesday, and today I actually physically went out and went to work. And most of the other time, I'm either watching my TV shows that I'm trying to catch up on, or my Netflix shows that I'm catching up on. So very rarely do I actually get to sit down and watch a movie. Spectre, that's what it is, Spectre. So I actually liked Skyfall better than Spectre, but Spectre was pretty good. Scott Sullivan, I need to talk to you about all these movies that you've been watching. Do you have any that you would recommend me checking out? So Noah, you watched 154 movies this year so far? That is amazing. So Noah, you are on Letterboxd, right? I did like Knives Out, Scott. It was pretty good. I have never seen Quantum of Solace. So on the middle of the shelves here, these are Dorbs. They're not Funko Pops, but they are from Funko. And I just put out the Disney Dorbs that I had just because I had enough just to fill that space. And then this shelf system I got here, I've got back there, I've got Nightmare Before Christmas Dorbs on that one. Goldfinger, Dr. No, yes, I probably just need to start from the beginning and watch all of those James Bond movies. But I definitely like Knives Out. What did you think about it, Scott? So Noah Caster 99. Noah, if you want to add me to, if you want to add me, mine's ToyKlectrr, and you may already be on there. I don't know. I've had a lot of people join my letterbox recently. Do I have a favorite Hitchcock film? My favorite Hitchcock film is Psycho. Psycho is my favorite. What's your favorite Psycho? What's your favorite Hitchcock film? Cartoon Fortress. Welcome back, Dark Knight. Need to get you a phone charger. Psycho is your favorite. So the interesting thing about Psycho, or at least the interesting thing to me about Psycho, is did anybody ever see this Psycho remake? Um, I've never actually seen that one, but I have seen all the Psycho movies other than the remake. Psycho 2 and Psycho 3. Now, and then of course I've got Psycho 4 also. It's in a box set. But what I wanted to say is, if you haven't checked out the TV series Bates Motel, it was pretty good. I really enjoyed that series. So this right here is the Psycho collection. And it has it's got all four movies on this. But anyway, this is really nice collection. If you don't have the Psycho movies in your collection, that right there would be great for you to get. Yeah, Bates Motel was really good, and that is. Thanks, Noah. So I'm trying to think. As far as Bates Motel is concerned, Freddie Highmore. Do y'all watch the good? Does anybody watch The Good Doctor? It's a show on, I guess, ABC, I believe. ABC. Really good show. I really enjoyed The Good Doctor. Yes, Radford, I got the new Zavvi Avengers Endgame with a lenticular card, and I also got the Captain Marvel Steelbook pre-ordered also. I ordered 2 of each just so that I can be sure to get one that's not damaged, hopefully. So currently, I've got all of the Zavvi exclusive Marvel Steelbooks with the magnetic lenticular cards. Yes, I do like the Mad Max movies. And I really enjoyed the Tom Hardy Mad Max. Mad Max Fury Road, I believe is what it's called. I actually got that one in 3D, and I think I got the box set that has all the Mad Max movies in it. And I got some really nice looking Mad Max steelbooks too. So Scott, I am a computer technician for the school district where I live. I've been with the school district for 23 years. Yes, the Zavvi MCU movies are in 3D. So usually they offer a 4K release or a 3D release, and I always get the 3D release because I got the 4K releases from the US. Scott, where do you, Scott, you don't have to tell me where you work, but do you work in retail? The Mad Max box set. Yeah, so let me tell you my story about the Mad Max. I went to Best Buy on release day. I had pre-ordered. So there was a time when at Best Buy when you would do a pre-order, you would go and you would take these little cards um, up to the cashier and you would put $5 down and you would get your pre-ordered. And then on release day, you would take your receipt and you would go to customer service and then they would get your pre-order and give it to you. Well, for whatever reason, Mad Max Fury Road was released and I had pre-ordered it, of course, and they didn't have one for me. So they said, "Oh, they sold it out." They said, "Unfortunately, one of our employees bought the very last copy." I'm thinking, I had the same pre-order. Why in the world would you sell my copy to an employee? I was there on release day. And so anyway, I made a big stink about it because I was very upset. And they ended up giving me the box set for the same price as just the regular release. But um, not too much longer after that, Best Buy quit doing the whole pre-order thing, and I guess you just pre-ordered it on the computer, and then you just pay for the whole thing. That's pretty good, Scott. Yeah, so it sounds like you're a pretty busy guy. So, anyways, this right here is the Mad Max anthology, which is really nice. Like I said, I got this for the price of just the regular 3D release. So I got this. I got the 3D release. So Mad Max, I got this Steelbook. And got this one, which I really enjoyed. This one here. So I really like these three. They all have got the same kind of artwork, which is nice. And then I picked up the Best Buy exclusive Steelbook, which has got some really nice artwork. And then I got the Zavvi exclusive with the black and the white and the color version. For some reason, I was thinking that there's a 3D release for Mad Max, but I guess I'm mistaken. Maybe there wasn't a 3D release. So my wife, Scott, she's the manager at our local Walmart here where I live. And as far as discounts, yeah, I get a 10% discount from Walmart, which isn't very much. I think I actually get a is it 5% discount at Target if you use your Target card. Now, the good thing about the Mad Max Steelbooks is the way that they look, but there's also a gas can version that I've been eyeballing that I never did pick up, but they have a nice one that looks like a gas can. I'm trying to think about why I don't have that, Scott. You know what? I do not have the 3D release for Mad Max Fury Road. That's what I had pre-ordered and ended up getting the box set for. So I never did get the 3D release for Mad Max. I got the slipcover, but not the 3D release. I definitely need to get that. So Scott, do you have a 3D TV? Um, so as far as the Bad Boys for Life, it does have the IMAX enhanced sticker on it. So I guess that means that I don't know. I don't know what that means. Fully immersive picture and sound, which is nice, especially if you have a nice system to watch it on. Yeah, those 3D releases really got some nice covers. So as far as the 3D, I do have a 3D TV. I just don't have a 4K TV. Aaron Johnson, I really enjoy the Lethal Weapon movies. Some of my favorites. Has anybody checked out the Lethal Weapon TV show? Is it even still on? I heard a lot of good things about it, but I never checked it out. So so now, Scott, I've got to find me a good deal on that Mad Max 3D release. So tomorrow is my movie day. I'm going to try to watch 2 movies. And as far as movies that I have in my collection, what would y'all think that I need to check out first? Tom Cruise, you've missed a lot, but we're making it pretty good without you. So Tom Cruise thought he was too good for our live stream tonight, but he decided to join us anyways. Yeah, Scott, if it wasn't for these different slipcovers, I would stick with one copy of the movie. But um, a lot of times, if there's a steelbook, then I will. Yeah. So, anyways, usually I'll buy the steelbook and I'll buy the regular release. So if it's a 4K steelbook, then I'll buy the 4K release. If it's a Blu-ray steelbook, then I'll buy a Blu-ray release. I've seen. So no, I've seen all of those except for the Fanatic. So that was the one that I wrote down on my list to watch. So the Fanatic. So the Fanatic with John Travolta, right? Tom Cruise, that would not be any fun. So last week, last week, last week I only had 2 of these, right? So last week I only had 2 of these. This week I've added this one to the collection. And if you're here next Friday night, you may see something. You may see something pretty amazing next Friday night. At least it's pretty amazing to me. So Tom Cruise challenged me to up my red Paramount 100 collection. So I just did that this week, and we'll see what it looks like next week. So, Tom Cruise, who are you? So Tom Cruise, who are you referring to? Oh, JS. Yeah. Tom Cruise, while you've been away, they have been trying to talk me out of my posters back here because I do need some more space for some more movies. So I may sell the posters. I could put some of those posters. I can replace Wreck-It Ralph, Monsters University, and Finding Nemo posters, and put Spider-Man: Homecoming. I need to put a Spider-Man: Homecoming up just for Tom Cruise. But I can take these posters down and build the shelves up and get me some more space. That's what I need to do. So Noah, my Blu-ray shelves I got off of Amazon for $75 a piece. I bought these 2, and then I bought that one back there for $75 each. And then I was going to buy 2 more to replace those shelves back here. And by the time I went to go buy 2 more, they went from $75 to $84. And then I decided I wasn't going to buy any more for a while because all of those steel books that are on these shelves will not fit on 2 of these right here. So I didn't want to change it up without it all fitting on the wall. I'm seriously thinking about doing that, Tom Cruise. The Blu-ray plastic sleeves. I'm sorry, I thought you said shelves. So how much do I pay for the sleeves? So you're talking about these? I pay for those. I pay about, I want to say $15 for 500 for a thing of 500. I've got it. If you check out the description box on this live chat, there is a link to an Amazon page that will show you how much those cost. So I'm going to Tom Cruise. You know, good and well, I'm not going to burn those Funko Pops. I need to sell those Funko Pops. So my wife, my wife and my kids do not collect anything. So both of my sons are 28 and 25. So 28 and 25, they don't collect anything. Now, back in the day, they used to collect stuff. They used to collect Pokemon cards and all kinds of stuff. But nowadays, they don't collect anything. My wife doesn't collect anything, but she buys whatever she wants to get. You know, she wants a new purse. She buys expensive purses and stuff. But of course, you know, I can't say anything because look at what I spend my money on. Movie theater cups. So Noah, you do know that I've got a ton of popcorn buckets and movie theater cups that I would love to get rid of. So we need to talk about that too. Hmm. So I don't know why we got so excited when Tom Cruise joined us. What kind of cups do I got? I've got all kinds of movie theater cups, the Marvel theme cups, Star Wars, um, Disney cups, popcorn buckets that match. I got the metal popcorn tins that you get from the movie theater. I will, Noah. So the movie theater cups I've got also have the cup toppers and the little figures that go on top of the cups. Most of them I've got all kinds of stuff. So we've been going an hour and 41 minutes already. Is everybody tired of hearing me talk? So we have 21 people currently in the chat, which I definitely appreciate. If anybody would like to hit that thumbs up, I would appreciate that even more. So yes, Kenneth, I've seen the Supergirl show, and I definitely want to get that 1984 Supergirl movie in my collection. I really enjoy Helen Slater also. The Legend of Billie Jean is one of my favorite movies. Now, as far as Supergirl TV show, it's okay. It's nothing special. It's it's okay. It's This depends on what you like. Thanks, Kenneth. So let's keep this going until 11 o'clock. So that's only 20 more minutes. That's not too bad. Would I trade some cups for Blu-rays? I'm no longer collecting the cups or the popcorn buckets. There's nowhere for me to display them. So they're actually in storage totes in that back room. But, you know, that's pretty cool. So yeah, The Legend of Billie Jean is a really good movie. If anybody has never checked out The Legend of Billie Jean, check it out. It's really good. Thanks, JS. That is very decent of you. Now, if anybody's interested in the Supergirl Blu-rays, season 1, 2, 3, and 4, I think season 4 came with a steelbook. I may be interested in selling those um, if if you're interested in buying the series Blu-rays. They've never been opened. They're all still factory sealed. I do not think I'm going to rewatch the TV series. So yes, the Paramount Present Digibooks. So those Paramount Presents, I've got those pre-ordered, and they, for whatever reason, they never did ship them out, and I've got them coming from Amazon once they're back in stock. But they look really nice. They got the little fold-out covers. I think Blu-ray Dan and some of the other ones got those from Paramount to show on their YouTube channels, which would have been nice. But like I said, I don't get anything good from anybody to show. Yes, Scott Sullivan. I have not seen The Lighthouse, so it is on Amazon Prime. I'm definitely going to check that out. I do actually have the Blu-ray, but I also have Amazon Prime, and I would prefer just watching it on Amazon Prime instead of opening up the Blu-ray. So you're in Utah, Eli. So is Cartoon Fortress. At least I think that's where Cartoon Fortress is, Utah. Oh, you're in Arizona. Sorry. Sorry. Utah, Arizona. I knew it was somewhere on the other side of the world for me. I'm all the way over here in Georgia, all by myself. So Noah, you're in Ohio. What? So you don't have to tell me where you're from. So Ohio, we go to Cedar Point pretty much every year. We go to Cedar Point up in Sandusky. But this year, apparently, our trip was going to be in May, and apparently, we're not going to get to go in May because of this pandemic. Okay, Cartoon Fortress. I thought you were connected to Utah somehow. So Parasite is now on Hulu. So that's good. Parasite was one of my favorite movies of the year. Yep. So Noah, have you ever been to Cedar Point? So let's see. I told Noah that I was going to put his YouTube channel, Windwalker. Okay. So let's see. So Noah, so now that I see you, I definitely know you because I watch your videos. You get all those Mill Creek releases, right? So if y'all haven't checked out Noah's channel, he does a ton of videos. So let me see if I can link his channel here. Noah, I think Noah gets the Mill Creek releases to review. Yep, I've been subscribed to Noah's channel for a long time. Let me see if I can post his link in this chat window. Of course, y'all, Scott Sullivan has his own channel. Scott, if can you link your channel in the chat? Um, and anybody that hasn't subscribed to Scott Sullivan's channel, definitely check his channel out. He does some really good. He's got some really good content on his channel. Yeah. So Noah, the last thing I got was the Mindy Project. Also, I haven't been getting my stuff from Mill Creek lately. So top five of 2019: Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Parasite, 1917, The Irishman, Uncut Gems, and The Lighthouse. So those are some really good selections. I've seen all of those except for The Lighthouse and Uncut Gems. Scott, you okay? Yes, Scott. I really enjoyed your channel, so hopefully you will get back on there. Scott gave me some really good criticism one time. One of my videos, the music was way too loud. I don't know what happened, but that stands out in my mind. Yeah, definitely check out 1917. It's excellent. I get to see that one in the theater, and my wife watched it a couple of weeks ago. She really enjoyed it. Yeah, Scott. Sometimes when I'm doing my editing and my videos, what I hear coming out of my speakers is definitely not what we hear when we play it on YouTube. So my whole system is just garbage, pretty much. The music was nothing like that. JS, are you interested in the Wrinkle in Time editions? Let me just pull them off the shelf real quick. So there wasn't nothing really quick about that at all. I don't know what took me so long. So got this Blu-ray release, and I got this Target book edition. So what's the name of the music that I use at the beginning of each video? That is called, let's see. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, I do have the Steelbook. Do you want me to get the Steelbook off the shelf and show it to you? I think this right here was Tom Cruise's favorite movie of that year. Yeah, Friday Night Livestream Wrinkle in Time edition. That is not the Funko Pop theme song. Anyways, the name of that little clip of music is called Crimson Fly. Crimson Fly. That ended up being my little intro theme music, and it's also my anyways, it is. So do you know Tom Cruise? I do have quite a bit of Oprah movies in my collection. See, Tom Cruise thought that I could not manage the live stream without his entertainment value, which could be the truth. So Stephanie, I've never seen I've never seen Pretty Little Liars, but I have seen the first half season of the first season of Riverdale, but it conflicted with some of my other shows that I was watching, so I quit watching Riverdale. But I do watch The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina on Netflix. And as far as shows, when I was younger, when I was first married, this back when Beverly Hills 90210 came on TV, we watched Beverly Hills 90210. We watched Dawson's Creek. We watched Charmed. We watched all kinds of TV shows. So Arthur Cook, I'm 5'7". I am as the further I get away from the further away I get from the camera, the smaller I get. You know, it's the perception that you know, however that works. So I'm 5'7". So when I own multiple Oprah movies, it's not that I own multiple Oprah movies, but I own this Oprah movie. I own The Color Purple. I own something else that she was in. I forget what it's called. Anyway, there's a couple of films I got that have Oprah in them. Scott Sullivan is 5'5", so yeah. Yeah, A Wrinkle in Time is a movie that shows Oprah's. Oh, y'all, if y'all do think that Oprah has a big ego, right? So Noah's 5'8". Yeah, this is the shorter guy chat. Now, none of us are 5. None of us are 4 foot, whatever. Oprah has always been an underrated master of cinema. Have you been watching daytime TV with Oprah since you've been working from home? So Tom Cruise, I have not been watching Oprah, and I've actually went to work Tuesday and I went to work today at actual schools. They got some construction going on, so I had to go pull all the computers out at four or five schools. Am I a fan of musicals? Yes, some musicals I'm a fan of. I got a few musicals in the collection. One musical that I did not see is Cats. I heard terrible, terrible, terrible things about it, so I never did buy Cats. Yes, I'm a big fan of Sylvester Stallone. I did get a new Sylvester Stallone movie in this week. I got this in. I love Sylvester Stallone movies. Would I buy an Oprah box set? Depends on what movies are in the Oprah box set. So you're getting Hellboy on 4K Ultra HD in May 2020. So I don't buy all. So I don't buy all Blu-rays that have alternate slips. There have been some slips that I didn't buy because I didn't like the movie. But if it's a collection of slips, such as like such as the Gold Academy Award slips, if there's a collection of them, then if there's an Oprah movie in it, I'll buy that. Because I do like getting the collections of slips. And the Oprah Talk Show. So I did watch Oprah Talk Show back when Oprah Talk Show was on the air. I bought Black Christmas and I took it back. I did not keep Black Christmas. No, so as far as the giveaways are concerned, I'm not going to be doing giveaways, unfortunately, because it is the biggest pain to do giveaways on these live streams. Unfortunately, I'm probably not going to do any more giveaways. Yeah, so yes, I could make a lot of space by getting rid of the movies I don't like, but I have to watch the movie to know if I like it or not. So, Big Little Lies, I think I've got season 1 of Big Little Lies. That's got Reese Witherspoon and it's got Nicole Kidman in it, I believe, but I've never seen them. I really enjoy the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. Yes, Nightmare on Elm Street's got some really good movies. So do you know Dark Knight? As far as the giveaways concerned, it, it, it was it was okay. But if you notice, got the person that won the giveaway from last week didn't even come to the stream this week, and they you get kind of get hounded on different social medias about giveaways. So I have not watched The Departed yet. You know what? The Departed is definitely going to be watched tomorrow. The Departed is going to be watched tomorrow. We'll have a quiz on it next week. You do not want to miss next week. I'm just saying. Okay, we'll see you later, David. So what happened to Sunday? What happened on Sunday? What percentage of my collection have I watched or not watched? So I would say that 50% of my collection I've actually seen the movies, either in theater or on TV or whatever, or actually watch the video. Actually watch the Blu-ray disc. But there's so many Shout Factory, Scream Factory releases that I've never seen. I'm 51 years old. I've seen a lot of movies in my day, believe me, and a lot of those movies are in this collection. But as far as rewatching them, I have not. So what happened last Sunday in Georgia? What happened last Sunday in Georgia? Nothing that I can think of. I know the Sunday before last we had the tornadoes where I live. Grudge Match. You know, I've never seen Grudge Match. That sounds pretty good, JS. I have never seen Francis Ha. So Tom Cruise is actually 3'8". The real Tom Cruise. So The Lighthouse, and The Departed are my two movies for Saturday. And then there's something called Extraction that I'm supposed to watch on Netflix, I believe. I have seen Fight Club. Do you know I've only seen Fight Club once? I definitely need to check that one out again. So what movie have I seen the most? Um, I don't know. That's a good question, Scott. I've seen a lot of movies multiple times. Um, you know, some movies are only good once, and then after that, they're not as good the second time, especially if there's like a surprise ending to it or whatever. But I usually revisit Disney movies more than anything, and classic movies such as E.T., Jaws, um, those kind of movies I usually rewatch. Yep, Kenneth, I'm in the same boat. I've never seen The Lighthouse yet. So Adrian, definitely my collection has grown a lot since my first videos. If you ever watch my first videos, um, and look at the walls in the rooms, you'll see that there's not very much on those shelves. Now I have been collecting. I've been collecting since '92, as far as the Disney stuff and TV shows, but most of my collection has just grown year after year after year. So my favorite movie of all time, you know, that's another tough one. I do like Shawshank Redemption, and really enjoy the Star Wars films, the original, the original three. Mission Impossible movies are great too. I really enjoy the Mission Impossible movies. I do like The Lion King. And as far as the remake is concerned, the remake was very underwhelming. I was really expecting it to be much more than what it was. But the original Lion King, I really love the original Lion King. So what's holding me back on selling Funkos on eBay? People don't buy them. I've had Funko Pops on eBay for months and months and months, and people just do not want to pay. If I want to, you know, if I try to sell a Funko Pop for $7.99 and charge first class shipping, which is like $3 and something. People just don't want to buy them. All of my really, most of all of my really good priced Funko Pops have already sold. I got top dollar for all of those on eBay, but all the common stuff nobody wants to buy. And I have tried to sell the Funko Pops in some big lots. I had somebody from, I think the UK bought a big box of them, which was terrible having to deal with all that customs stuff. So I really try to just sell from in the US. Now, as far as Scarface, I have never seen Scarface, which is really terrible to say. I need to check Scarface out. Dark Knight, I did not hate the new Lion King. It just, I was expecting more from it. I do like romantic comedies. There's a lot of good romantic comedies that I like. So what are some of your favorite romantic comedies? Richard G. Star Wars is the first film you saw in 1977. So Star Wars was your very first movie that you ever saw in the theater? Um, Mission Impossible, HB Media. My favorite Mission Impossible movie so far is probably the last one that was released, the one that has what's his name in it? Superman. Friends with Benefits I've never seen. Rogue Nation is the best Mission Impossible movie. So Richard G, I remember seeing the original Star Wars in the theater too back in 1977, I guess. Um, the first movie I think I remember seeing in the theater. So honestly, and I know that we talked about James Bond earlier, I think one of my first memories of the movies is seeing For Your Eyes Only in the theater. And I seen a lot of old Disney movies in the theater. I saw Song of the South. I saw The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. I've seen so many old Disney movies in the theater and a lot of the classic movies in the theater. I grew up in the 70s and the 80s, and a lot of the good movies, pretty much all of the good movies that ever came out, I saw when they were released in the theater, like E.T., The Goonies, Gremlins, all those good old movies. The Godfather movies are excellent. Um, I've got a lot of different copies of The Godfather. Of course, this isn't all of them, but I've got Paramount 100 Godfather. I've got these white slipped Godfather movies. This nice Godfather case. I've got the Academy Awards Godfather Gold Slip. I've got the Godfather box set. Um, anyway, I got a lot of Godfather movies, but I really enjoy. So as far as the Godfather movies, I enjoy all three of them together. That's how I actually watch them. Is one right after the other. But some really good movies. Godfather 3 was terrible. It probably wasn't my favorite. The Dark Crystal back in 1982, Richard, I did not see the Dark Crystal in 1982. I've got the Dark Crystal. I've never actually seen the Dark Crystal. Garfield was your first movie in the theater. Garfield was a fun movie. Yeah, the Paramount 100s have fold-out slips. Apparently, only on the Best Buy ones, though. If that's what Tom Cruise is saying, Walmart's don't. So, who is my favorite Disney princess? I do not have a favorite Disney princess. Um, I like the classic Disney princesses. I guess Cinderella would be my favorite. Now we're doing movie quotes. The Garfield movies, I enjoy the Garfield movies. My wife is a big Garfield fan growing up. She has this little stuffed Garfield. She has she's always liked Garfield and Odie. And I remember when Garfield came out, I remember us going to the theater to see Garfield, and I think we saw the second Garfield. I am not going to be Cinderella for Halloween this year. Nope. Yeah, the original Batman movie was a good one to see in the theater. I do collect the DreamWorks movies. DreamWorks has a really good line of movies, that's for sure. I've got some really good DreamWorks sets too. So, Stephanie, what's your favorite DreamWorks movie? Yes, Jason, I am in Georgia, and I've got all kinds of Criterion releases. I've got Kino releases, Shop Factory releases, Arrow Video releases. So, Jason, um, are you in Georgia also? I remember seeing Home Alone in the theater. I actually remember seeing Home Alone and Home Alone 2 in the theater. And anyways, I remember seeing those. I do have 2001 Space Odyssey Blu-ray. I also have this 4K release, which is a nice little set. And actually, the 2001 Blu-ray release has a really nice slipcover on it. I've got it back on the shelf. I'll pull it off the shelf and show it to you if you like to see it. So you're in California. Jaws has a 4K coming out in June, I believe. My favorite director would probably be Steven Spielberg, just because of the age that I grew up in. Thanks, JS. Yeah, the new shelves turned out really nice. So, so Tom Cruise, you're saying the Jaws needs to be pre-ordered? I actually ordered the Zavvi exclusive with a lenticular cover that is a slip box that the Steelbook goes into. That's what I ordered. The regular 4K release, I was just going to pick up off the shelf. So you think it's going to be similar to the ET release that they did? Because they had this release for ET, and then they had just the regular 4K release. Okay, so I've got the Zavvi exclusive Steelbook pre-ordered. Yep, I've checked it out, Tom. So I do need to get those pre-ordered. Have I ever cried during a movie? Have I ever cried during a movie? Not that I can remember. I It sounds kind of weird, but I don't usually cry at all. Um, it takes something very unusual for me to cry, I'm sure. So Dark Knight, what movie did you cry in? Now, I do find some movies to be really sad, but as far as shedding tears in a movie theater, I don't think I've ever cried in a movie. I think I remember crying when I was a kid during the Wizard of Oz movie at the end. Yes, I cried when Tom Cruise doesn't come to the streams. So you cried during The Force Awakens and you cried during Endgame. Yeah, so Endgame, yeah, I can see that. Wrinkle in Time is one of those tough to hold back. So JS, are you kidding me as far as the Wrinkle in Time? Do you really love these movies? Do you really love this movie? I'm trying to think. Yep, I like a good movie. I like a movie that makes you feel good, and I like movies that make you feel sad. I know that what movie was it? Manchester by the Sea. Is that the name of that movie? Have y'all ever seen Manchester by the Sea? I think that's what it's called. Okay. Dumb and Dumber. So my wife and her brother loved the movie Dumb and Dumber. So we went to the theater and watched the Dumb and Dumber sequel. I forget what it was called, but man, I did not enjoy that movie. You cry at movies with people dealing with cancer. So, so has anybody seen Manchester by the Sea? Is that what it's called? That's a good movie. I don't know. I'm thinking about this movie for some reason when y'all mentioned about crying during the movie. Something rang a bell with this one. I didn't cry during the movie, but I remember this being a tough movie to watch. Oh, another movie is I'm trying to think of what it's called. What's that movie about? Yeah, Manchester is a hard movie to watch. Wonder, people cry during Wonder. I got to see that one in the theater too. I do like the Creed movies. I love the Creed movies. So what was that movie called where it's got Timothy Chalamet? Is that his name? And it's got Steve Carell in it. That was a tough movie to watch. Yeah, The Lion King and Bambi would be sad movies for kids. My favorite 80s action movies, probably, I guess, Die Hard, Lethal Weapon. See what else? The Terminator movies were excellent. Beautiful Boy, that's the name of that movie. I enjoyed Beautiful Boy. Yeah, watching a movie where a dog dies is really bad. Welcome to Marwin. No, I've never seen Welcome to Marwin, but Beautiful Boy is the name of the movie I was thinking about. Steve Carell and Timothy Chalamet. I think that's how you say his name. I'm trying to think. I actually got to see that movie in the theater, and it was tough to watch. So Stephanie, you did not like the movie, or was it just a hard movie to watch? I'm trying to think. I do remember seeing E.T. in the theater, and it was kind of sad at the end when E.T. goes home. Um, he is. You did not like it, Stephanie? I guess what made me like Beautiful Boy is the fact that that father and that mother are having to deal with that situation, having someone in their family member with an addiction, and how tough that would be as a parent. I think that's what made me feel so bad about it. Buried, Buried, is that the one with Deadpool in it? What's his name? The Hollers with John Krasinski. Hmm. The Hollers. The Hollers. I'll have to check that one out. I like a sad movie. Ryan Reynolds, that's his name. I don't know what it is about remembering people's names and stuff. Chuck Norris action films are good. So I need to get some more of those Chuck Norris action films. I know a lot of them are out of print and are very expensive to get. Tom Cruise did not like the Hollers. Yep, definitely old age. Yes, I own the MCU movies. I own all of them, multiple times. So I'm trying to think. So tomorrow my plan is Lighthouse, and the other plan is The Departed, which hopefully that's what I'll stick with. So what are y'all's plans for the weekend? What do y'all got going on? Is everybody still just sitting at home? I know here in Georgia they opened up the places that cut hair, places that do nails. They've opened up bowling alleys. They've opened up tattoo parlors. They've and on Monday they're going to be opening up restaurants where you can go sit down and eat inside restaurants. But that does not mean that the people have to actually open up their businesses if they feel uncomfortable about doing that. But anyway, I plan on staying at home. So JS, so you're watching the movies to figure out what you want to get rid of? And are you selling your movies on eBay? And I do like some of the older classic movies myself, Noah. Oh Lord, the yawning is beginning. So it's 11:30 already almost. So I had to get up early this morning to get out to my schools. So Angel Heart is not getting a US release that I'm aware of. I did pick up, I guess you might have seen this already. So I picked up the Angel Heart Steelbook from Zavvi UK. Really nice looking Steelbook. My only gripe about it is on the spine, it's backwards. I know you can't see that because of the glare, but anyway, it's backwards than what I'm used to. Happy birthday, Stephanie. It's a bad thing right now where you can't go and celebrate your birthday. Okay, we'll see you later, Noah. Thanks for coming. So if anybody hasn't checked out Noah's channel, please do so. That'd be very nice to check out his channel. So I know that y'all were all stuck at home on your birthdays. My birthday was in January, and I wasn't stuck at home, but that's where I was. I was at home. Nobody really did anything for my birthday. Have a good Kenneth. So you work at the grocery store. I definitely love Seinfeld, and I did not really watch any Everybody Loves Raymond. I did see episodes of that because my wife watched them all, but I never really got into Everybody Loves Raymond. So Kenneth, I know that you probably seen a bunch of crazy stuff going on at the grocery stores. I know that our stores here are been busy, busy, busy. The meat department. I have not seen Hustlers, but I've heard a lot of good things about Hustlers. So yes, that's pretty cool, Tom, that you've bumped into Jerry Seinfeld. Now, as far as not liking Friends, I actually watched Friends when it was on TV, and today I actually picked up it the complete series on Blu-ray for 50 something dollars, even though I already got them all on DVD. It's pretty cool, Tom. Now, if I asked earlier if people like to be called by their username or by their real name in the chat room. I don't want to give away anybody's real name if they don't want it to be used. My chat name is ToyKlectrr, but you're welcome to call me Tony. So it is 11:30 here where I'm at, and it's 11:30 where Tom Cruise is at. Do y'all think this is a good time for us to go ahead and end this stream? That way we can get some rest and um, for our busy, busy days tomorrow. Okay, Tom Cruise. So usually after the live streams, I don't go straight to bed. I usually go through the chat window and look at the chat so that if I've missed anything, I can get with those people because I try my best to stay focused on the chat window. But I'm sure that there's some things that I've missed. Well, Neelan, have a good time hunting. Hopefully you'll find something good. And we will go ahead and end the stream. I really do appreciate everybody coming to the stream tonight. And remember that next Friday, I will have some new things to show. If you'd like to come, I'd really appreciate it. And everybody have a good week and enjoy your weekend. And we'll see y'all later. Good night.